everyone, this is Mark Leibovit from VRTrader.com, and this is Leibovit Volume Reversal Tutorial for the Easter weekend. We're going to look at Valeant VRX in just a moment. At the moment, you're looking at the Volume Reversal Toolkit order page on Metastock, and it is available on a free trial for 1 month, and there is a $99 a month charge going forward. It involves 3 versions of the volume reversal, all part of the same package: the sequential, directional, and 2-day. The sequential combines all VRs on the page. You don't see any eliminated as we see on the directional, which filters out repetitive VRs. And the 2-day version is based on the premise that following a negative or positive VR, you tend to get movement in that direction for 1 or 2 trading days, and that's why we created the 2-day version. Meanwhile, let's jump to the charts. We're going to look first on the monthly chart for Valeant. That's VRX, and you can see the significant correlation here. What I like to do, as you know, is like to see a 533 stochastic move in the direction of the VR. So when you get a negative VR, as we saw here, and that was back on September 30th, the month of September 30th, it gave you a very nice sell signal. There was actually a key reversal, higher high, lower low, in the month prior, so that was sort of a fudge VR, so to speak. In any event, great correlation here, going back in 2014, and then on the long side, going back to December of 2012, you can see a rising stochastic and confirmation of an uptrend in VRX. So that worked out really nicely. Let's jump to the weekly chart. Weekly chart shows a negative VR even a couple weeks ago, about 4 weeks ago, and there was a nice trade here. Big negative VR on October 2nd. If you hadn't gone in on the monthly chart, you've gotten on this one. Some nice correlation here, and then even when it was going up, you can see we had some positive VRs here in June and again in July for a few-week trade to the upside. All the trades were confirmed by either rising stochastic or declining in these other instances, so great correlation there. And finally, let's flip to the daily chart, which I tend to use more frequently, and you can see here just in the last 10 days, nice little negative VR. Prior to that, a positive VR, it uptrending for a few days, negative VR here back in mid-February, and then nice follow through to the downside. So good correlation, and we're always looking for a name, and we find one like VRX that has that correlation. We're always excited about it because obviously the theory is that VR should work everywhere, but sometimes you do find some situations like a VRX where the momentum really moves the stocks, or the smart money really creates momentum in that respective direction. So it's something you really want to pay attention to. I'd like to talk to you about VRTrader.com. If you don't know about it, we have a bunch of newsletters under the heading Leibovit VR Newsletters. I have my Silver and, of course, my Platinum service, which provides daily market commentary along with specific recommendations. My VR Gold letter, my VR Forecaster, which is a cyclical forecast for the major markets, our exciting Vice letter, which you should sign up for. We had some great trades last week in some of the cannabis stocks, so please check over there, one of which we were up 50% in 1 day on Friday. My Trader's Book of Volume, which is the definitive guide to volume trading, is a must-read if you're into technical analysis, and particularly if you want to get a feel for all the volume indicators out there. And finally, if you don't know so already, Wall Street Raw, my radio show, goes live Saturday 10 a.m. GCNlive.com. We are trying to pick up some affiliate radio stations, terrestrial stations around the country, but you can see it or hear it GCN Live Saturdays 10 a.m. Eastern, and it is archived if you do miss previous shows. So I want to remind you of that. Also, I'll be at the Money Show in Vegas in May, so if you miss me in New York and Orlando, you can catch me there. Meanwhile, Metastock's the place to be to sign up for my Leibovit Volume Reversal Indicator, and we'll talk to you next week.